Ever wondered how accurate your memories really are? Today we're uncovering some mind-blowing truths about human memory. From false memories to the incredible ways our brains can be tricked, prepare to be amazed and maybe a little bit skeptical about your own memories. Transient Details. Have you ever wondered why you can't remember what you had for lunch last week, but can recall that embarrassing thing you did 5 years ago in vivid detail? It's all about these things called transient details. Every day, from the random dog videos we watch to the 100 little things we do, our brains get bombarded with information. The brain has a system for sorting through memories. It retains significant experiences like major life events while letting go of mundane details such as every meal we've eaten. If our brain stored every tiny detail, we'd quickly run out of space, much like a phone that's used up its storage. Instead, the brain makes choices about what to keep and what to discard. This isn't about being forgetful, but rather about optimization. It's a process that ensures we have easy access to vital memories while allowing the less important ones to fade. This efficient approach ensures that we focus on the most impactful moments of our lives and don't get overwhelmed by every passing second. Photographic Memory. Ever met someone who claims they've got a photographic memory? As in, they glance at something and bam, it's imprinted in their mind forever? Sounds superhero level cool, right? But here's the kicker. There is no evidence that this is a real thing in science. Now don't get it twisted. There are absolutely memory champs out there. Some can recall insanely long sequences of numbers like it's a piece of cake. But having a picture-perfect, freeze-frame kind of memory that lasts forever? That is something that might take some time to confirm. So, when your buddy brags about their photographic memory, maybe nod, smile, and let them have their moment. But keep in mind, we're still waiting for the scientific seal of approval. Procedural Memory. Memory is a fascinating thing. One of the most intriguing types is what we call procedural memory. Unlike memories of your last vacation or your best friend's face, procedural memory isn't about facts, events, or images. Instead, it's about knowing how to do things. Think about it. Remember the first time you rode a bike? The initial wobbles, the uncertainty, and then eventually, that exhilarating feeling of balance and momentum. Once you've learned it, even if you don't hop on a bike for years, you still remember how to ride. That doesn't mean you recall the day, time, or bike's color when you first learned. No, you simply know how to pedal, balance, and steer without consciously thinking about it. The same goes for musical instruments. A person might not play the piano for a decade, but the fingers will still find their way across the keys, playing those familiar tunes. That's the magic of procedural memory. It's deeply embedded, almost instinctual, and it's not something we consciously ponder. It's our brain's automatic pilot for tasks we've mastered. Childhood amnesia. You know those baby photos where you're doing something hilarious like wearing a pod as a hat or diving face first into a cake? And everyone swears you love doing that. But try as you might, you can't recall that moment. Not even a bit. Well, that's because of this thing called childhood amnesia. According to Dr. Patricia Bauer, a memory expert, our first 3 years are like the dark side of the moon when it comes to memory. She means that, for most of us, memories from before we were 3 or 4 years old are kind of hazy or just plain missing. It's not that you didn't have fun as a baby or that those moments weren't important, it's just that our young brains were still developing and weren't yet equipped to store long-term memories the way they do when we get older. Smell and memory. Moving on to the next one. Have you ever walked past a bakery, caught the scent of fresh bread, and suddenly you're 7 years old again, standing in your grandma's kitchen on a Sunday morning? Or maybe a certain perfume instantly takes you back to your high school prom. That's the crazy connection between smell and memory at play. Here's the sciencey bit, but I'll keep it light. Our brain has this area called the limbic system, and it's like the VIP section for both our sense of smell and our memory. They're neighbors, and they've got a strong bond. Because they're so close, smells can often bypass the thinking parts of our brain and go straight to memory storage. Thus, some smells can trigger memories that we didn't even know existed. Unconscious memories. Sometimes we spend hours trying to remember a specific memory, maybe a particular song or a person's name, but to no avail. But then, out of the blue, while you're brushing your teeth or chilling on the couch, it just pops into your head. Yep, that's our quirky brains working with unconscious memories. Here's a fun bit. Even when we think we've forgotten something, our brain is often still working on it in the background. Similar to when your computer is running updates without you realizing, this is called implicit memory. False memories. Alright, this one's a bit of a mind-bender, so bear with me. You know how we trust our memories because, well, they're ours, right? But what if I told you that sometimes our memories might not be as trustworthy as we think? The idea is that our memories aren't set in stone. With the right push, suggestion, or even just a leading question, our brain can create memories of events that never actually happened. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's legit. Dr. Elizabeth Loftus, a top researcher in this field, once said, "Memory, like liberty, is a fragile thing." She's done some wild experiments showing that people can be made to believe they got lost in a mall as kids, or even that they saw Bugs Bunny at Disneyland. Note, he's not a Disney character. Basically, our memories are a mix of facts and feelings, and sometimes the lines can blur. It's not that our brains are out to trick us, but they can be influenced. So the next time someone swears they remember something a certain way, take it with a grain of salt. Forgetting is essential. Okay, let's talk about something we've all experienced. Forgetting. You never would have thought you'd be grateful for all those times you forgot where you put your keys. But here's the thing. Our brain is like an ultra-smart computer, and it knows that not all files are worth keeping. If we remembered every single detail of every day, our brains would be like a phone with too many apps open. Slow, glitchy, and constantly running out of battery. By intentionally hitting the delete button on certain memories, our brains are making sure we can stay sharp and focused on the stuff that matters. By letting some stuff go, our brain ensures we're in a better headspace. So next time you forget something minor, just give your brain a mental high five. It's doing you a favor. Flashbulb memories. Do you remember where you were or what you were doing during major global events or personal milestones? Like when you heard your favorite band was breaking up or during massive worldwide happenings. Those super clear, almost picture-like memories. Yup, those are what the brainiacs call flashbulb memories. These aren't just regular memories. They're moments where we can recall minute details, from the shirt we were wearing to the exact tone of voice someone used. Dr. Roger Brown, one of the folks who coined the term, described them as memories that seemed burned in. They're so vivid because of the strong emotional reactions we have to certain events, which gave our brain a nudge saying, "Hey, this is important. Keep this one in HD." However, even if they're vivid, they might not be 100% accurate. Over time, like other memories, they can change or mix with other experiences. Still, they feel incredibly real, and they're proof of just how much our emotions are tied to our memories. Emotion colors memory. Speaking of emotion, here's another incredible link between our emotions and memories. When we're all caught up in the feels, our brain does this thing where it turns up the saturation on our memories. As a result, memories that feel ultra-real are often loaded with details and emotions. The catch is that, just like flashbulb memories, these memories feel super detailed and the emotion can sometimes mess with the actual accuracy. We might remember the overwhelming feeling of an event, but maybe not the exact words someone said or the specific sequence of events. Brain replay. We all experience those moments when you're on the edge of sleep and suddenly, bits and pieces from your day just start popping up in your mind. This is a brain replay. This isn't your brain just aimlessly wandering. When you're in rest mode, your brain thinks it's prime time to go over the day's events. It's like sorting, categorizing, and deciding what stays and what goes. Essentially, it's tidying up its storage space, which is vital to ensuring our brain functions properly. Limitless capacity. Your brain has an impressive capacity for storing memories, comparable to that of advanced computer systems. In terms of data storage, it can be equated to approximately 1 petabyte. To put that in perspective, it's enough storage for over 3 million hours of television content. It's astounding when you realize the sheer volume of information our brains process daily. It really is an amazing organ. Ready to continue your journey into the mysteries of the human mind? Watch 15 astonishing psychological facts that will make you question reality, or give your brain a workout with daily brain exercises for a healthy brain. Thank you for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more enriching content.